tag team action as we continue here, welcoming you to Dub City. Willie Largeman here in the booth, and this is Whiskey Bent and Hellbound stepping through. Two big bruisers who've been all over the Midwest and anywhere they can find a fight. Both men having over 20 years experience in the wrestling business. Brandon Blaze trained by Rockin' Randy. And that's Max Holiday in the green pants getting in the ring and hesitating on whether I should call them pants or not. I tried talking to these gentlemen earlier. They blew me off and said things that I'm pretty sure DCW management would not want me to be saying into a microphone at one of their events. Seeing both jawing and screaming at the crowd. These two are going to have a definite advantage as it comes to this match, as they are definitely going to be the more experienced team. Definitely teaming far more regularly than their opponents.
Weighing in at 19 stones from the den in the kingdom of fire and ice, the Lord of the Wild, Warwulf Kreed!
And there is an intimidating young man, Warwulf Kreed, calling out to his Children of the Wild path. 9-year pro. And you can see the difference between how the Lycan Warlock treats the fans as opposed to Whiskey Bent and Hellbound. Warwulf does have some tag team experience, but not with the gentleman that he's teaming with tonight. However, when the DCW management calls and offers you the chance to fight, you don't turn it down. So we'll see if he and his partner can figure it out on the fly against the experience of Max Holiday and Brandon Blaze. Quite an interesting staff that Kreed is carrying. Who knows what kind of violence he intends to conjure up here tonight.
And his tag team partner, weighing 196 terabytes from the mainframe of Cabrini Green, Chicago, Illinois, the unplugged cyberpunk, Kenny Nyne!
Put your connection lost, Kenny Nyne on the line, yeah. I'm the glitch in the system, the spark in the wild.
And how different is Kenny Nyne from Warwulf Kreed? Warwulf Kreed seems like a throwback to the past, while Kenny Nyne is definitely a wrestler of the future. Given that lucky fan, that pair of sunglasses. Kenny Nyne's been around for about 6 years now, 6.5, at least according to what I could find online. Trained by Just Amazing and K.O. Kendra, a regular all around Chicago. Seemed extremely excited to be stepping in here in Dub City to entertain the crowd and try to win a match here in Dubuque. But now comes the all-important question. Is Kenny and Kreed going to be able to get along? Well, Whiskey Bent and Hellbound is not going to give him the chance. Brandon Blaze jumping Kenny there, and Max Holiday all over Kreed. Oh, we got a reversal. Back elbow for each of them. Big drop kick from Kreed, drop kick from Kenny Nyne. And Whiskey Bent and Hellbound are going to roll out of the ring and try to rethink their strategy. Just when they thought they had caught him off guard, Kenny Nyne and Warwulf, Kreed turn it around on him. They're waving their arms back at the ring. Are they just saying to hell with it and walking out? Yeah, looks like it. But Kreed and Kenny did not come here to just take a payday. They want to earn it. They want to defeat these men. And they're hauling them back towards the ring. Holiday going right into the apron. And Kenny Nyne sends Brandon Blaze to the apron on the other side. Referee is putting the count on. Trying to get Kenny and Blaze into the ring. Kenny has him set. Having us quiet down. Hard chop from Kenny Nyne. Kenny's going to send Blaze in the ring, and I think we may finally be starting a wrestling match. Blaze charging Kenny out of the way. And now a little bit of pickleball. And unfortunately, Brendan Blaze is the pickle. I know that's not actually how pickleball works, but it's just fun to imagine. Nice neck breaker from Kenny Nyne, and Brandon Blaze seems dazed as Nyne brings in Kreed. Another drop kick from Kreed. Calling out. Huge senton there from the Lord of the Wild. Only a 2 count. Brandon Blaze, not that easy to put away. Another quick tag from Kenny and Kreed. This is the tag team action I was expecting from Whiskey Benton Hellbound, not from the team that had never actually worked together like this before. Kenny struggling with his balance. Took way too much time. Blaze out of the way as Kenny eats the mat. And now Holiday is in. Big elbow drop. And another one from Holiday. The bearded bruiser going for the cover. Shoulder up from Kenny Nyne. Max Holiday absolutely wanting to introduce either or both of these men to a boot named Sue. And introduce Kenny to that low clothesline. Cover. Only a 2 count still. Holiday complaining about the count. As Warwulf Kreed trying to get the Dub City crowd behind Kenny Nyne. Got that boot up and sends Kenny right into it. And Blaze gets a cheap chop, and Holiday gets one too. The Bulldozer in now, dropping that big forearm. Kenny answering back. Kenny going to try to get this back into his favor. And Blaze dropped his head down way too soon. Kenny gets low bridged and sent out to the floor. No pads on the outside. Just that very thin carpeting here. Whiskey Benton Hellbound did an exchange without tagging. Right now, Kreed is not doing his partner any favors. Keeping the referee distracted and allowing these 2 brawlers to just abuse his partner, Kenny Nyne. Kenny struggling to get to his feet. Just for Holiday to slam him down hard again. And again. Holiday is throwing Kenny into the mat over and over again. And that's a big leg drop, brother. Is that going to be enough? Well, leg drop's not enough to finish in 2026. Kreed instructing the crowd to boo Holiday. I don't think that they needed the help to know. And now, another exchange without a tag. And the Bulldozer is back in the match, sending Kenny hard into that corner buckle. Blaze. Hard chop. As you can see, Whiskey Bent and Hellbound, they're not pretty, but they are effective. And just when you thought there was going to be another chop, just goes right to the eyes of Kenny Nyne. Blaze going to send Kenny on. Kenny ducks a clothesline. And Kenny Nyne hits a lariat of his own. And this is the opportunity that Kenny Nyne needed. This is the opening to try to bring the Lord of the Wild back into this match. Blaze gets the tag to Holiday. And in comes the Warwulf. Back elbow from Kreed. Kreed ducks a clothesline. Bicycle kick. Didn't quite get all of that spine buster, but definitely enough to be able to drop that high elbow. Kreed with the cover. And Brandon Blaze saves the match for Whiskey Bent and Hellbound. Referee trying to get Blaze out of the ring. And Kreed not going to be as kind as the referee was. And Kenny Nyne going to go up top. As you heard Kreed said, one more time, and completely off target. Missile drop kick to his own partner. But recovering quickly, hitting that super kick. And I think the Warwulf did that one on purpose. The Warwulf is done with this. He's saying to heck with you, Kenny Nyne. If you're going to drop kick me, I'm going to do the same right back. And Kenny Nyne is stuck in a moment he can't get out of. Spicoli driver. Here comes Holiday. That's the boat named Sue. Deep cover. Whiskey Bent and Hellbound wins it. Gotta wonder if Whiskey Bent and Hellbound would have been able to take the fight had Kreed not walked out, had there not been that miscommunication. But there was, and the experience of these two meant they knew how to handle it. And a celebratory shot for the two grizzled veterans as they stand over the fallen Kenny Nyne. And they're going to wave that Whiskey Bent and Hellbound flag with pride, getting the winner's share of the purse, and knowing that they won the very first tag team contest here in Dub City Wrestling. Not hesitating to continue to keep harassing the audience as they make their way out. And as Kenny Nyne starts rethinking his life decisions and who he selects as tag team partner.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how was that second match of the evening? Some